actual morning, everybody, because right now it's 5:40 in the morning. I didn't get a chance to do any recording last night, so I woke up a little bit earlier today so I can do the recording now. Hopefully, edit this towards the end of the day and then get it up by Monday night. So not Sunday is what it is. But interesting thing that happened with this entire video is I had a subject that I was going to talk about today, and for some reason, I kind of felt pulled to talk about this instead. This entire video, it was really hard for me to write the entire week. I was just really struggling with it. And while I was writing it, I decided to go back and just write something that I just kind of felt when I was in the middle of it. And didn't know whether I was going to actually finish this video or not. And I wrote this. I'm writing this while laying in bed. I'm blessed all around me. A home, a wife, children, a job, a loving God over me. However, my heart is heavy. A deep sadness often overcomes me and is covered by a smiling face. An overly loud laugh to ensure everyone that I am perfectly okay, but secretly pained. I don't mean to sound like a pity party here. Rather, I want to be open today, to let that one person know, dealing with the same issues, they are not alone. Today it is called discouragement. Every one of us feel this from time to time. For me, it can be a daily struggle, not trying to give out too much information, but it can really be a battle on a constant basis for me. All of us face this battle, and it seems like we face it secretly when actually we are facing it together. We just feel this isolation that no one is really there for us. Even after reading the Bible and seeing that it says, I will never leave or forsake you, we often feel that discouragement. What brings on the negativity can vary from person to person, but it also always has the exact same source, and it's the enemy. The thief comes not, the thief comes except to steal and to kill and to destroy. I have come that they may have life and that they may have it more abundantly. That's John 10:10. Jesus brings the good, the devil brings the bad. That's the plain and simple of it. It's simple enough to understand, but why do we always forget this simple Bible truth that it talks about? We're taught this at a very early age. What the devil does like to do is he likes to divide and conquer. Not so much his forces, but us, the Christians. When we are separated from each other and we lose the connection that we have, the unity, we become easily influenced. We get swayed by the negative of this world that it always brings upon us. Trust me, it can be very easy to begin to fall into that downward spiral of isolated attacks. Those bad feelings are literally toxic. It can poison our life, dilute our light in the darkness, and corrupt the examples that we should be. We should be bringing new life to people through the news of Jesus. We should be illuminating this world, kind of like illuminate at church. We should be illuminating this world. And I lost my place. We should be reflecting Christ in our actions and how we carry ourselves. Please understand that when I'm pointing the finger here, I am pointing the finger at my own mirror. Going from my experiences, even while being a follower of Jesus, I want to be able to tell you not to get stuck in the same rut. Almost weekly, I feel like stopping every single one of the Beyond Faith videos. But I have to remember why I'm doing this. Not for myself. I'm doing this for that one person that might hear this. I'm committing to tell people in this way that about my struggles and about how Jesus is there even when I don't understand what my situation really is. Most importantly, I am doing this for that one person who might come into a relationship with God. Because if that one person becomes saved, then it all becomes worth it. That one soul should be pushing us through our discouragement. 1 Corinthians 15:58 says, Therefore, my beloved brethren, be steadfast, immovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, knowing that your labor is not in vain. Jesus did some amazing things, and he still does, by the way. Healing people, giving wise words and counsel, bridging the gap between us and God, doing the literal impossible. That is who I serve. Not a God, but the God of the impossible, the God that is bigger than my struggles, who sees my flaws and wants me anyways, who gave me another chance, the God who chose me, the same God that has also chosen you, the God that towers over my discouragement and replaces it with encouragement. Similar, on this past Tuesday night, listening to the speaker, I was blown away. I mean, just by what I saw and what I heard. This guy that was speaking, he was dripping with God. That's the best way that I can describe it. When he spoke, and I heard how much he was in love with God and that all that God does, I left the church feeling so down, not because of what he had said, because all of that was great. It was amazing. It was unbelievable to see. But in myself for not being on the same level of dripping with God's presence. I carried that through with me the entire week. Like, why can't I have that? Why don't I experience that? And I kept looking down on myself because I didn't feel like people were seeing me the same way as what I had seen that speaker on Tuesday. I got very depressed when I started thinking about it. But then it hit me. Instead of being down on myself and throwing my own little personal pity party, I needed to aspire to what I saw and heard from Tyler that night. I needed to push myself more to be in a closer relationship and a closer walk with God, to pray without ceasing like he has talked to me so many times about. See that? God takes my discouragement and he turns it into encouragement. This past week, I've also just finished a book. It's called The Ragamuffin Gospel. It's by Brennan Manning. One word to describe that entire book is the word grace. It made me realize how important that word really is. I mean, I had a very good understanding of it, but that book just kind of really blew it up even bigger for me. While reading it, I began to think of my flaws that I have and the dealing with my everyday struggles that I have, giving me the realization that I am broken, messed up, imperfect, horrible at times. But this should not discourage me. It should make me cling to Calvary and grip onto grace tighter because of those issues, not turn away. I should see that grace is more and more important to me, and I should always seek God through every single struggle that I face. And in my opinion, those issues and struggles of mine could very well be the stepping stones that I'll need at some point in my life to help someone who is going through what my Father has already helped me overcome, or currently helping me overcome, either way. I feel like the rut that we can sometimes get ourselves into might be determined by our perspective about the situation that we are in. Are we seeing only that the situation is bad, or are we seeing what God is going to make out of the situation? I want to end this video today with Psalms 37, 1 through 20. I do suggest that if you are feeling down, if you are feeling that discouragement, please read over the entire chapter. But the first 20 verses really kind of spoke to me. And funny story, when I was looking this up just a minute ago, I went to Job and I was like, how is this wrong? I looked this up earlier. It's in Job 37. But Psalm 37, it says, do not fret because of the evil doers, nor be envious of the workers of iniquity. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass, and wither as the green herb. Trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and feed on his faithfulness. Delight yourself also in the Lord, and he shall give you the desires of your heart. Commit your ways to the Lord. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. He shall bring forth your righteousness as the light, and your justice as the noonday. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Do not fret because of him who prospers in his way, because of the man who brings wicked schemes to pass. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Do not fret, it only causes harm, for evildoers shall be cut off. But those who wait on the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall be no more. Indeed, you will look carefully for his place, but it shall be no more. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. The wicked plots against the just, and gnashes at him with his teeth. The Lord laughs at him, for he sees his day is coming. The wicked have drawn the sword, and have bent their bow, to cast down the poor and needy, to slay those who are of upright conduct. Their sword shall enter their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. A little that a righteous man has is better than the riches of the wicked. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord upholds the righteous. The Lord knows the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil times, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord, like the splendor of the meadows, shall vanish into smoke. they shall vanish away. Guys, look to God and His plan over you, and don't look at discouragement. Thanks.